You've got your snow tires on, you've practiced your Scandinavian flicks, there's antifreeze in the washer fluid and a shovel in the trunk. But you still wouldn't make it very far if you attempted the winter tour that classic rally fan Renee Brinkerhoff has just survived in her Porsche 356. Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a truly extraordinary story to share with you. The incredible journey of a Porsche 356 that not only traveled around the world, but also ventured into the icy wilderness of Antarctica. Buckle up, because this is one epic ride. If you haven't had time to pick your jaw up off the floor yet, don't bother. Antarctica isn't the start of this plucky little car's journey, it's the end, the last stop on a 7-continent tour that's seen this 50s Porsche race 20,000 miles around the world. Literally, around the world, having taken part in 6 of the most unforgiving and brutal rallies motorsports can serve up. It started in Mexico back in 2017, taking part in La Carrera Panamericana. From there, it was shipped down under to slog it out in the Targa Tasmania. Wanting more punishment, it was back on a boat to South America. Peru, more specifically for Caminos del Inca, is a sickening race with elevations upwards of 4,900 meters. Next up is the Peking to Paris Motor Challenge. Finally, it was off to Kenya for the East African Safari Classic Rally, during the wettest season in 40 years. Next stop, Antarctica. The artist behind this project? A softly spoken, 67-year-old American called Renee. People are always surprised when they see me, Renee Brinkerhoff says. They're like, wow, it's a girl, and she's, mature. And when you think about it, it is odd. I'm a woman, normally the only woman, and I'm in my 60s racing against all these men in the hardest rallies in the world. But I love that. Top Gear loves that too, mainly because Renee's path to racing isn't your typical 10,000 hours of karting, a bit of autocross, junior rallies, all before stepping up onto the big stage and trying something mad like the Safari Rally. She skipped all those steps completely, starting racing in her mid-50s, having had some sort of automotive epiphany while doing, of all things, the housework. I was doing the laundry and had a thought, I have to race! Fast forward a few years and she was down in Mexico on the start line of the Carrera Panamericana, with zero experience behind the wheel of a Porsche 356 that she'd fallen in love with. My whole body was shaking uncontrollably, I couldn't stop. On the first morning of the race, 2 brothers who were racing a few cars in front of me rolled over. One of them died. 3 days later, a car caught fire and the navigator was medevaced out. As deep ends go, this was saturation diving, but it didn't put her off. Renee was the first woman in Carrera Panamericana history to win her class. She went back a few times before setting her racing sights further afield, wanting to race globally to raise awareness and combat child trafficking through her charity, Valkyrie Gives. Now she's set herself the biggest and most dangerous challenge yet, to drive 356 miles across the harshest, coldest terrain in the world and become the first person to have raced on all 7 continents. That's not all. As on the way back, Renee is also going to attempt a land speed record for Antarctica. An expedition of this nature requires a bit more than a warm coat and a pocket full of prayers. British adventurer Jason de Carteret will be guiding an expedition to the North and South Poles, setting multiple records. Ferry Porsche's 356 has been developed with Antarctica expert Kieran Bradley as the fabrication team, while Richard Toothill, the air-cooled 911 guru and creator of the Singer ACS, will handle the oily parts. De Carteret has visited both the North and South Poles numerous times, making him a unique and experienced traveler. The first job was tweaking the engine. The hassle normally with 356s is keeping the air-cooled engines cool, but when inland temperatures can plummet to nearly negative 90 degrees Celsius and winds can reach 200 mph, it'll be the opposite for this drive, as the carburetors and fuel can freeze very quickly. So there's a new hot air intake system and some trick plumbing to keep everything toasty. The visually striking addition is those intimidating rear tracks. They effectively recreate a massively flat tire, providing maximum possible mass displacement so you don't fall through the ice, while also maintaining the biggest traction footprint. The 120 bhp 4-cylinder engine is tucked into the rear, reducing pressure on the drive shafts. The skis are made from highly developed chromium steel and ultra-high-density polytetrafluoroethylene, with a blade running through the center for traction and controlling Antarctic understeer. these skis are not ideal for remote skiing due to their size. Finally, there's that shelf thing poking out of the front bumper. And no, it's not a diving board or podium to celebrate 2 potential world records on. It's one of the most vital bits of safety equipment the car has to protect them against the deadliest threat they'll face: crevasses. These deep, often hidden chasms in the ice can stretch down hundreds of meters and swallow cars whole. And once something goes in them, it will rarely come back out again. So that elongated bar on the front of the 356 is there to stop the car nosediving into crevasses, wedging it before it falls in. Handily, it also contains solar panels to help power onboard communication systems, as well as being somewhere to move equipment to help manipulate the balance and weight of the car, crucial if the conditions change. As road trips go, Renee and the team have signed themselves up for one of the wildest, most expensive, and most exclusive trips on the planet. And now permit you to pick up your jaw. If you enjoyed this thrilling journey, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Did this adventure spark your wanderlust, or do you have a dream car journey of your own? We'd love to hear from you. And remember, the road of adventure is always open, so stay tuned for more exhilarating stories. Until next time, may your travels be as epic as the Porsche 356's journey around the world. Safe travels, everyone!